Welcome to the STARS program, seniors taking active roles in society. And now, here's your host, Anita Finley.
Stop the pain, start the healing. Well, we have two lovely women who are going to tell you all about that. We have in our studio, we have Becca Kallaus, and calling in, we have Leslie Carmen. So let's start off with Leslie, since you are the founder of Carmen Care. Welcome to the show, Leslie.
Thank you so much. Hi, Anita. Hi, everybody, and happy holidays to everyone.
Yeah, the same to you. And Becca is here, and Becca's looking as good as ever, so thank you for coming in, Becca.
Thank you for having me.
Well, ladies, let me just tell you that I maybe it's, you know, when you buy a red car, all of a sudden you see all these red cars? Well, since we've been working with you, I find more people have pain. And I keep giving them your phone number. You got to go see them. They're going to help you with your pain. I guess that's how it is for you, huh, Leslie?
Oh, absolutely. The wonderful thing is when we have patients that come in and we get them better with the laser therapy, they start referring friends and family. And as they're actually being treated, they ask us questions. Does this help with someone who has, you know, a shoulder pain or a migraine and so forth? So they're just actually so excited to share this with their family and their friends.
So, Becca, when you joined the company, what did you think was going to happen? What really turned you on about being a part of this great little company?
Well, to be honest, it was actually the people in the company that drew me to it, because Leslie is one of the most amazing people that I've ever met, and I say this when she's not listening as well, and because I could not mean that more genuinely. The whole feel of our whole staff is just so wonderful and genuinely caring. We all want to help people heal more than anything, and that's why we're all together with this company, so that we can manage that.
And Becca, had you ever heard of anything like this when someone has pain, you know, other than taking prescription medication or getting shots, that it would be so simple?
I had never heard of laser therapy before. But, you know, since I've been working at Carmen Care, I personally have only been there about a few months now. But we see people on a daily basis who they come in excruciating pain. They can't stand up straight. They have a hard time walking to their car. They have a hard time getting on the treatment table. And, you know, every once in a while, this does not happen with everybody, but sometimes after one treatment, but oftentimes after, you know, when they're halfway through their protocol, after a handful of treatments, they just come in one day and they're like, I just feel so much better. Leslie, you deal with patients more directly than I do. You want to tell us about some of your favorite daily positives from the last few days?
Yes, absolutely, Becca, and thank you for your nice words, and I love you too. And absolutely. So we have some really wonderful stories. We have patients that come in with such facial pain, like trigeminal neuralgia. The patient that came in the other day hadn't been able to play tennis in years, wasn't able to eat properly. They were actually going to fly out of the country to get help from other doctors, and I told them, please give us a chance here and we'll be able to at least reduce your pain. So after her 6th treatment, she came into our office smiling, and immediately I knew, there's been a change, something happened. And she just hugged me and she said, I was able to play tennis for 3 hours. She said, I have zero pain in my mouth right now, and if I chew, I have like a pain level 2. And she said, thank God she didn't, you know, have surgery. She didn't do anything more invasive, because this laser therapy has changed her life. And that's just one story. I have someone else just really quickly, because I'm so excited about this gentleman. He actually flew in from the Bahamas and had terrible pain in his tongue and tonsil area. So when he would swallow, it was like basically glass. And they chose to come here instead of going to the emergency room, which I don't advise anybody to do, but they did end up coming here. And we were able to treat them and basically treat the husband. And he was able to drink his first cup of coffee after, 6 months of not being able to drink anything and keep it down, and was able to have breakfast.
So wait, I have a question about that. So You're not putting the laser in his mouth with the tongue. How do you treat that?
We actually do. We have various heads. But we treat the neck, we treat the side of the neck, we treat the ganglion, the nerve, and we do ask the patient to open his mouth and we treat, with an open mouth, and we have special attachments that actually go into the mouth. But all this is not painful at all. There are no side effects. There's no pain involved for the patient. And it's just remarkable. So, when you say we're a place that's happy and cheerful, it's just because when you can change people's lives like that, there's no other way than to be excited every single day when you come to work.
Leslie, I want you to also tell me, I know the reason that you, of course, started this because of your daughter, but will you spell the problem she had? Because by coincidence, I mean, I know the way it sounds, I just don't know what it spells. I was talking to my cousin in North Carolina, and she was just telling me something, and this poor person, they suffer from something. And I knew it was the same thing your daughter suffered from. And I told her about the laser therapy. And what I was going to do is have, I think as a man, call you to see if you would just, how he could be treated. So anyway, what do you call that?
Absolutely. I'd be delighted to do that. It's called trigeminal, and it means 3. So the 3 is T-R-I, then G as in George, E, M as in mommy, I, N as in Nancy, A-L. So trigeminal, and then neuralgia, Neuralgia.
Okay, I remembered the name, the sound, but I didn't know how to spell it, so I told her I was going to get back to her, so now I will. Well, what would you advise if someone's out of state and they say they have this and they've never had any help with it?
Yes. Well, what I do is I always give I talk to the patients over the phone so I understand what are their triggers, because everybody has various triggers. Somebody could be food, warmth, cold, wind. So basically, depending on that, I put a custom protocol together, and we can email them the protocol, and we actually have a laser that we can help them with, and send a home-based laser. And we tell them exactly how to use it, how many times to use it. I can Skype, I can do phone conversations with those patients. I have a lot of TN patients that we've sent this Delta laser to, and we give support. So I have my phone on all the time. People text me, they're saying, this has happened, this change, increase in pain, decrease here. So it's a continuing protocol, finding out where do I guide them to place the laser, to treat them so and so many times a day at so and so many hertz. And I guide them through the whole process. And the more I do this, the more information I have. And we're just getting better and better at finding the best protocol for everybody.
And Becca, you are such a bright personality in this organization. What really are your responsibilities?
I do more of the back end stuff. So I write the content for our new website that we're unraveling shortly here. And I help out Leslie with the seminars that we do around town, and help out with fun events like Coming to See You Today and other events around town. So I do kind of everything that's behind the scenes.
Well, maybe we should talk something about the seminars. Are there any that you could tell us about now that we would be able to direct people to, or could they go to your website, or what would you think?
You can always go to our website, and that will always have the most updated list of all the upcoming seminars. That's www.carmencarelaser.com. There's a seminar tab that you can click on. And we're having an open house at our Boca location, and that is Saturday, January the 16th from noon to 4. And then we're also having an open house at our Plantation location on Tuesday, January the 12th, from 4 to 8.
That's great. I think we really want to get that. And is that free?
That is free, absolutely.
So you need to give me that information when we work on our January issue so that we can put it in there, because I did attend one of your seminars, and I was really blown away. First of all, Leslie's an excellent speaker, but then you brought on an excellent speaker also, and he is really convincing, Leslie.
Yes, absolutely. That's Garrett. He's the regional manager of Radiant Life Technologies, and I learn still from him every day. They do so much research, and they guide us. We have phenomenal support from their company, which is so valuable to us.
And I remember when I was at that seminar, someone had very bad headaches, migraines, and so many people have migraines, and they don't know what to do about it. They try a lot of things. Tell me about the laser and how that works.
Well, it really increases the ATP of the cells, which is the energy of every cell. And when you have headaches, it is proven that the ATP, which is that energy of the cell, is depleted. And the Carmen laser actually stimulates that ATP production, and therefore the energy of the cell goes up and your headache diminishes.
So the gentleman that, Anita, you're referring to that you met and spoke at that seminar, he was a gentleman who came to us. He had cluster headaches for over 10 years. He had seen neurologists. He tried everything possible. Nobody could do anything for him. They were seasonal, so for a couple months out of the year, he was completely incapable of living life, and he was absolutely miserable. And he actually has a video testimonial, which is on our website and all of our social media. So he actually was in a really, really dark place for a long time because of these headaches. And we were able to, he's been having treatment for a couple short months now and is about 90% better.
Well, that's great news for me because I do hear from a lot of people who have migraines, and and there's a lot of people who say, "Oh, you take this or you do that." And I know one gentleman. He works at Alpine Jaguar, as a matter of fact, and he's in charge of, I think, finance. And he says he lives with a headache, and he's lived with it for 10 years, a migraine headache. And so I'm going to be going over there maybe next week for something, and I'm going to give him your information because he said, "Oh, I've tried everything." Because I keep saying, "I'll find something for you." He said, "I've tried everything." Now I found you, so I'm going to give him you.
Thank you. Well, the wonderful thing is when patients have tried everything, then that's already fantastic because then, you basically know we can't diagnose in our clinic, so we're just literally treating the pain. So basically when somebody's tried everything, seen all the experts, you can exclude, any kind of tumors or any kind of serious illness, and you just have pain and you don't know why. And those are the patients that we usually can help the most.
I know that a lot of people listen to our show and they have their pencils because I call it Pencil Talk Radio. So I've got to give everybody some information because I know they're chomping at the bit to say, well, how do I call them? Okay, get your pencils out. It's 561-405-9577. Again, 561-405-9577. Now, they do have other offices, of course, here in Boca and in Plantation and in Aventura. So there's a center near you, and even if there weren't, I would come anyway. When you're in pain, you go anywhere. So let me give you the website. It's CarmenCareLaser.com. CarmenCareLaser.com. Leslie Carmen is the clinical director and, of course, the founder of this. And I'm very thrilled to be associated with them because in my position of what I always feel I know so many people, and I try to network people to make them feel better. I mean, if they come in, do they have to pay for a consultation?
Consultations are free.
So they can come in and tell you what their problem is, and then Leslie would consult with them about what would happen. And you have seen people, I guess, Leslie, I'm talking to you also, and Becca, you've told me now that you've seen people who come in desperation, and they leave after however many treatments, almost pain-free.
Yes, that is correct. Sometimes it takes one treatment, and sometimes it takes 10. It usually always takes the full amount of treatments to complete your protocol so that we can say, you have the best success of having long-lasting relief. But practically everybody is going to feel some form of relief, and some of them will become absolutely pain-free.
Yeah, if you stick with your protocol, that's where our 90% success rate comes in. We do have a 90% success rate with everybody who finishes their protocol. We are able to return quality of life back to them. We do have a patient who wrote us a beautiful poem describing her journey about how she became pain-free. And she had back pain, I believe it was. Leslie, correct me if I'm wrong, but she had tried everything. She did her full protocol with us. The laser actually continues to work after your protocol is completed. What we do is we saturate the body with enough energy to stimulate that healing process, and then your body continues that a little bit after the protocol is finished. And so we told her to just have patience. You will feel better. Just have patience. And 1 month afterwards, she it was about, what was it, 1 or 2 months after this, she finally started feeling better. And life just, it was really a beautiful poem. She was going to have back surgery, and life made it so that she would not have back surgery. Something just kept coming up every time she tried to have back surgery where it just was not possible. And then one day she woke up and she felt amazing. So her poem, in her words, is beautiful, and we give that out on our seminars, and I'll post it on our website shortly.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, I was going to say, we should post that on the website.
Yes.
Leslie, this has been wonderful. We thank you very much. We thank Becca for coming in. And I'll certainly get some names over to you. So happy holidays.
Yes, you too. Thank you, Anita. Thank you for having us.
Thank you.